skip it. See it or skip it. See it or skip it.
Welcome, everyone, to a new See It or Skip It, where we're going to be talking about Honey Don't, the new Coen brother film. Plus, we've got tons on streaming. We've got documentaries, plus interviews with the cast and creator of Long Story Short on Netflix right now. I'm your host, Patrick Beatty, and of course, I'm joined with two amazing critics, Rebecca Frost and Kent Dunn.
You're
How's
too
it going?
kind, Patrick. Thank you.
I gave us all a lot of things to watch this
It's not your fault. It's
No,
studios.
it's his fault. Yeah, he made the list.
I'll take a little bit. I'll take 50% of the
Okay.
Oh, wow, that's a lot. Okay.
It seemed fair. But let's start with Honey Don't. This is starring Margaret Qualley as a detective who is trying to figure out these murders. Chris Evans is this head of a mega pastor church. There's a lot of quirky
not even mega.
weirdness.
Like it's in a warehouse.
Yeah.
But
Make
he
it in
thinks
his
he
mind.
is, right?
Yeah,
like he
yeah.
considers himself to be. Yeah.
Yeah, Rebecca, you had seen it, and I was going to see it just after you, and you didn't warn me.
No,
First of all,
and I didn't, because I didn't want to ruin it for you.
What would have ruined it?
I just didn't want to set his expectations
Oh, I
like
see
so
that.
low.
Yeah.
when you hear Ethan Coen, you're like,
Yeah.
of the Coen brothers,
Of the
No
Coen
Country
brother
for Old
And you
variety.
see the trailer, and you think it's going to be very clever, right?
And I am one of the 10 people that liked Drive Away Dolls.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was looking forward to it. As far as Honey Don't goes, I really liked the world that they were building. They set up a lot of really interesting stuff, a lot of Margaret Qualley's background within the movie, her relationship with Aubrey Plaza in the movie, Chris Evans' whole deal as a pastor. There's a lot going on in this movie that they introduce, and they just don't follow up on it in the hour and a half runtime.
There's no ending. It's not even really a third act. It just stops.
And the ending that it gets to, once it gets to the climax of the big reveal of who's done what, I was sitting in my seat like, we didn't earn this.
Yeah.
They did nothing to set this up or lead us in this particular direction. The whole time I thought this would be a really good show on Apple TV+.
Well, it's an hour and a half long, so that's a really good runtime for people that are just wanting to go and watch something and get out of the theater. But
15
if you're
minutes
looking
of it
for
are
a story-
credits.
Yeah.
But could it have used another half hour then?
I don't
Yes.
think that's the issue. I think the issue is tone. It just doesn't necessarily work for me. Like if we're going at this at a No Country for Old Men type of visual look, but treating it like Big Lebowski, it's just a weird mix-up of things that we've seen both brothers do very well, but with just Ethan, it doesn't seem to really work the same way.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of world building, a lot of introductions to things that seem really interesting, but really just fumbled at landing.
Aubrey Plaza's in this too. She and Margaret Qualley, I think, are probably the better dynamics of this. Anytime there's a scene with those two, I was a lot more invested. Chris Evans is just he's having fun, and like, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
He is
stop
having
him.
fun.
Yeah.
Because his career is kind of...
That's the thing.
Is that him, or is it the
Chris
roles he's
Evans
getting?
did Knives Out and then decided not to do a good movie ever again.
exactly. He was in one recently, I swear. Nope.
Yeah.
Well, Gifted I think
Nope.
that was post.
Yeah. I know, right? Filmography later.
Yeah. But in any case, if you are looking for a Coen brother film, is this still something that you think people are going to go out to and like?
No, I think you can skip it, honestly. I feel horrible saying that because I really do appreciate and enjoy everyone involved. I love Coen brother, whether together or separate.
Both are fine, yeah.
Margaret Qualley, Aubrey Plaza, Chris Evans. I really enjoy all of the pieces. It just, you can skip it.
There just needs to be more to it. I'm hoping that whatever this third film is, it's not even how can you call something a trilogy if there's really no connectivity
Margaret
between the
Qualley
two?
isn't even playing the same character.
It's a different character. It's a different setting, and I don't know. For me, I agree. It's a skip it. It's not one I want to skip.
Wait for
but-
streaming or skip
Oh,
altogether?
It's really...
If it was streaming as a TV show,
Sure.
I would love to see more of Margaret Qualley Detective Honey O'Donoghue. Is that what her name is?
I don't know. Let's get the boys back together, shall we? Joel and Ethan, come on, guys, come on. Let's get back to let's Avengers this.
Yeah,
Go
family
back together.
first.
Yeah.
As Vin Diesel said, nothing's more important than family. So I
Family.
think we both bring them together. That being said, let's move over to Neja 2.
The first one was a phenomenon. This is a China-made, China-released movie that they've tried to bring over here. And this second one is a phenomenon. And I don't think anyone knows this. This is the 5th highest grossing movie of all time.
It's insane. And
It's the most highest grossing animated film.
Yeah,
of all
right.
time.
Isn't
Yeah.
that crazy?
I stumbled across this looking up all the movies that Zoe Saldana was in.
Yeah. Yeah. It's insane though that how well this is doing, and I think we're like the U.S. is like 1% of the audience.
What's fascinating to me, this is a story that is very much, you can look through it as like a lot of tropes that we've seen, like especially in anime. There's a lot of like, I'm the evil person and I'm the good person and our forces can join together, and then Dragon Ball Z fights and crazy stunt and stuff. But the CGI and the animation in this, I think Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks, they should all be a little nervous because I want this now.
So what's the plot of this movie?
Okay, it's the plot. You do have to watch the first one to kind of know what's going on. They'll do a little wrap up at the very beginning, but you're like, I don't know what that means, so let's just go for it. So it jumps right into it, and it's political factions. It's a kingdom in defense mode, essentially. And there's like two brothers or two spirits all together.
Spirits from a thing. Like in the first movie, if for some reason or another, and we're going to spoil a little bit here, there's these two cosmic energies that turn into like pills, right? One of the pills is
None of this is going to make sense.
I know. One of the pills is all good and great, and it goes to this son of a big dragon, and I know.
This is a fever dream.
I feel like Charlie Kelly describing a dream. And then there's a red pill that accidentally goes into a pregnant mom. The baby ends up being this demon baby that they have to be like, he's not a demon.
In the first one, he is kind of a terror. He's a rascal, causes mayhem. In the second one, he is the protagonist. And it's up to him to go on this journey to get like a life-giving serum and to gain immortality. And so as you're going on this journey, you're like, oh, that's pretty simple. But then there's like this heavenly conflict in the mix. There's a villain that you wouldn't really expect. And there's so much thrown at you. It's not complicated, but it's complex. Well, if that makes sense.
What's exciting to me to tell our people here is that I watched the sequel first, and I had no problem being like, all right, I'm in. And maybe I don't know the dynamics of these people, but I'm in and I understand what we're doing here. That's what I'm hoping they're baking on too. The thing that is interesting to me is most of these type of animation films, if it's coming from Japan, if it's Miyazaki, who's the guy? The
Miyazaki's
Miyazaki, they're subbed. These are all dubbed. And I don't.
The reason for this re-release is they have major voice actors doing the voiceover.
Michelle Yeoh is in this, and might have been the easiest paycheck she's ever gotten.
Yeah,
But when you hear the difference in the mom from the first film and then to this, but who's going to care? Because no one has seen either of them in the Americas, it seems.
Right. Yeah, it's weird though. We are used to some comedy in our animated films, and comedy that's actually clever that parents can really enjoy as the kids are enjoying the colorful pictures. Right. This one, the comedy isn't there. It wasn't there for me at all.
There's a lot of poop jokes, pee jokes, vomit jokes.
Cultural differences,
kids.
Obviously.
Yep.
But at the same time, by the time you get, because it takes a while. It took a while for me to really get into the story. Halfway through, I'm like, let it happen. This is actually great.
I went into How to Train Your Dragon 2 without seeing the first one in the theater.
Wow.
And it had a very similar feeling to me with this, where it's like, maybe I don't know exactly where these characters started, but what's happening in this sequel, I know, is huge in scale. They've definitely ramped up whatever they were setting up in the first film, and that's true. Like the first film, you could call it McDonald's at this point. The sequel is like a Michelin star meal. Like they give you everything, and it's a definite see it for me. I really hope people go and check this one out.
It is probably a see it. Is it worth seeing in the theater?
Yes.
It's 2.5 hours though.
That's okay.
Oh, is it?
That's okay.
It will test a lot of people's patience, especially at first. But once you're into it, you're totally into it. It's a seat as well.
Sometimes these kids got to learn. Sometimes you gotta say, you're gonna watch a 2.5-hour animated film because you're going to love animation afterwards.
Yeah, true story.
That's why I don't have kids, I guess. So let's move on to the next thing. What's on? Actually, there's still more in theaters. We've got Eden. This is a stacked cast. It's directed by Ron Howard, Sydney Sweeney, Ana de Armas, Daniel Bruhl.
Jude Law.
I mean, everyone in this cast.
And this is a story about basically survival. Like, can the people that are like, I'm moving to Canada whenever whatever side wins. Well, what if you just moved to an island and figure that out?
This is based on a true story, which was kind of difficult to track down, but because I was of the mind of like, oh, this is one of those true stories that they just kind of made up. But no, it is actually based on a book and a true story.
Yeah.
And it takes place after World War I. Fascism is on the rise. And so Jude Law and his wife, Vanessa Kirby, they are doctors and they escape to an island in the Galapagos. And he is working on his philosophical manifesto.
Absolutely. He's going to change
What is
the
the
world.
purpose of human?
The
Yeah.
most irritating man alive, honestly.
It devolves to like a survival story, and then it goes into like we just hate our neighbors and we're gonna do whatever we can. Because Ana de Armas comes in, she's a very wealthy woman, has a harem of boys that are following after
Yeah.
her, and basically just takes over the island.
Well, so Jude Law moves there. Jude Law's German character moves there to, work on his manifesto, and he's sending letters back to the mainland, and the letters are getting published in German newspapers. And so Daniel Bruhl and his wife Sydney Sweeney decide to move to the island as well. And Jude Law and Vanessa Kirby are like, oh,
It's like we didn't want neighbors.
we didn't want neighbors, but
Yeah.
they said, you guys are practically famous in Germany, so we decided to come try it ourselves. And then Ana de Armas's character, the Baroness, also comes, and it turns out she's acquired from the governor of the Galapagos most of the land to develop a hotel for tourists.
Right.
And it just devolves into madness.
Bickering, a little bit of a soap opera as well, but then I couldn't wait to see what Ana de Armas was going to do.
This is the most I've ever liked Ana de Armas.
This is her best performance I've ever
and
seen.
I'm a noted
Wow.
Ana de Armas hater.
I was going to
Yeah.
talk to you, because that's pretty surprising.
Yeah, I thought she was awesome.
She
in
was
this.
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, you hate her.
She's totally unlikable.
There's a dinner scene where she is talking down to everyone there.
and she is pushing every single button.
And there shouldn't be a lack of safety, but there is in this scene. And I was like, give me more of this.
Yeah, I think probably one of the weaker points is Sydney Sweeney, because I don't know how many birth scenes she wants to do where they're just uncomfortable and awful, but now there's 2, there's 3 around
The
there.
thing about Sydney
You're right.
Sweeney, I respect her hustle. I don't think she's a good actress.
She doesn't necessarily fit in this role, but there's the story itself. It kind of goes through in a non-traditional way. Like when the movie was over, I was kind of thinking about like this is a weird way to tell a story, but I think it was done very effectively. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously this director's incredible.
Yes, I expected nothing, and I got quite a bit at the end.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how I liked it so much, because it really was just interpersonal dynamics.
I do have a gripe. Everyone's playing real fast and loose with the accents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like nary a dialect coach to be found.
They're on an island, it's fine.
Daniel Bruhl, but of course he's
Well,
German.
That's
so-
why Ana de Armas is actually good in this movie, because she's purposely making up her character. And that's the joke, right?
Yeah.
She's a horrible liar.
Yeah.
And so,
I think it's still a see it. I of all of the 3, Neja might be my top, but Eden is a very good film. I think people would enjoy it in a theater.
I really enjoyed Eden, and because I enjoy history books, so I actually sought out the book that it's adapted from, because at the end of the movie, Vanessa Kirby's character publishes a book about her experiences on the island, and then Sydney Sweeney's character publishes a book of her account on the island, and I was like, oh, that's so fascinating
Yeah.
to see like these 2 different perspectives. So I want to read the book. I'll let you know how
okay,
it is. But
good.
Yeah.
It's 2 see it's what we got from you.
Yeah, it's a see it. It's probably maybe meant for streaming, maybe meant for home.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't need to be seen on the big screen, but also support
Come
your
on,
theaters.
man, champ, we got to
Yeah, support your
I do wanna
theaters. So
support
go
your
see
Just read
Eden.
Neja and Honey Don't all the time.
Yeah, true
Choose Honey
story.
Don't or Eden. I would say you got to go to the theater for Eden.
Yeah.
All right, so have you seen Eden? Let us know what you guys think. For now, let's jump into streaming, because we have a war of documentaries between Devo and this Fit for TV, The Story of the Biggest Loser. Which do we want to go with first? Let's do Fit for TV.
Netflix is breaking up their documentaries into about 45-minute bite-sized pieces. Maybe that bite-sized. You see what I did there?
Oh,
and this is exposing the Biggest Loser TV show, and it's a deep dive into, did it have a positive impact on society or not?
Well, this is during the wild west of reality TV
Yeah.
shows. This is when Joe Millionaire came out, which is a wild idea.
Crazy.
When you think about
Well,
doing that now.
And it's the aughts, right? Do you remember shows like The Swan?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Well, and the idea was that, like, people want to get better, and the whole thing apparently was inspired by a letter that had come to one of the producers that was like, or like a journal entries, a newspaper thing.
This producer was at his gym, and there was a post on the bulletin board saying, "Please save my life," and it was somebody who is obese looking for a trainer to help save their life, and that's where he got the idea.
He said, obviously, TV show is
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
I'm going to do. It goes through the contestants, where they are now, whether they were able to keep the weight off, what the psychological impact was. There's a lot of contestants in this that probably were seen in this reality TV sphere as the bad person, but ultimately
Yeah.
just was going through a lot of... Somebody actually died on air on this show.
For like 30 seconds
For
or
like
whatever.
30 seconds. And when you're talking about the trainers and the health expert, the doctor that's on set, everything that they're arguing about, it's kind of like, is there anybody here who wants to actually help these people, or is it all just for
I feel like
TV?
the doctor really did care.
Yes, at first, especially.
The thing about this documentary, I was way into The Biggest Loser in the early 2000s. A terrible time to be a teenage girl, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And
Relatable.
This,
Yeah, I was like,
this documentary, as I was watching it, I was like, yeah, I know this. Like, it feels pretty obvious that this wasn't great for everyone involved, but it was kind of nice to see, like, contestants share their stories. And it does feel like Bob Harper, one of the trainers, was unapologetic for his behavior on the show.
Yeah.
Even after having a heart attack and having a bit of like a existential crisis, it does feel like he is unapologetic for his behavior.
Well, there's a question of when you sign on to do these things, you are kind of signing on for a reality TV show. There's a lot of implications. I think now a lot of us are aware of that, right? I'm not going to sign on to a 90 Day Fiancé thing because I know how horrible that's
When
going
you're
to be.
married, yeah.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, I probably would.
We would, me and Nat would have faked it and like come back in like we didn't know each other.
But it's so funny. I mean, that's what reality TV does to us. I mean, we were all normies watching this show, and you watch, what, 40 minutes of someone, like, exercising in a grueling way and suffering, and we're supposed to get entertainment, but we did, because that's the way the show constructs it, right?
Yeah.
They basically talk about the money machine that was The Biggest Loser and how it was bad for everyone, even though some people lost weight on the show, but maybe didn't keep it off.
Well, because it was kind of a fallacy.
Yes.
Like, these were crash diets. Like nothing like this lasts.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a whole mindset change, and there was no follow-ups, and no one was really caring about the contestants once they left. I love documentaries like these that are delving into things, and especially when you find out that there's lawsuits coming because of the documentary. And one of the trainers.
Very telling that Jillian Michaels wanted nothing to do with the documentary. She's, I think, turned evil. But maybe she's been evil the whole time. I'm not afraid of her. She can come after me all she wants. I'm not afraid of her.
Lawsuits indeed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting, because like I said, Bob was interviewed on this documentary, and yeah, he just kind of sat there. He's like, I was as shocked as everyone else. It's like,
Were you?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it's a see it for you too.
It could have been shorter. It could have been two parts, maybe. But
Cut some of it.
yeah, it was still worth watching.
You still want the documentary to cut time?
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Ridiculous.
I'm a bad
Trim the
person.
fat.
Cannot believe
Jeez.
it. Well, what about this Devo documentary?
Okay, did this one come out at Sundance?
Yes, it started
Okay,
at Sundance.
I didn't see this one at Sundance, but this is Devo the band, and it's a movie all about from their early college days through now, and yeah, just their success and their lack of wanting success altogether.
Yep. They're jumping into this period where like MTV didn't exist yet, and they were just being weird, and everybody was like, I hate you for it. Like, they really did not like anything that they were trying.
Yeah.
Even the music didn't seem like it made sense to modern culture, like pop music culture. But what did you think of this?
Oh, I didn't see it. Are you guys big Devo fans?
I'm big in the Weird Al version of it. That's
Yeah,
kind
good call.
of
No, I
how
listened
first
to
got
them a lot, maybe 20 years ago, because you know there's some gems to be found, and I was like, these guys are weird enough, and it really fits my hipster mentality.
Dare to be stupid.
Yeah, well, Dare to be
that
stupid.
That is my mantra.
Yeah, I actually saw that a
told
couple weeks ago at the Weird Al concert. Just
I
saying.
know.
But yeah, it's entertaining, but it's strictly for Devo fans. This is like a special features if you love the band. It's like, oh, this is gold. Like, give me more.
Sure.
It's not going to win any new fans though.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you don't know the band, not a lot of it's going to really attach to you, except for just the time period and the setting.
It's a counterculture. They start with Kent State University and everything going on there, and that's where the band essentially formed. To be counterculture, and then them revering David Bowie and being like, we could make it pretty big, and then working alongside some of the biggest names in Hollywood or the music industry. Yeah.
For me, I don't know. I had an enjoyable time watching it, but it's not something I'm going to seek out.
No.
So I think Fit for TV is made for the binge method.
Yeah.
People are going to go to that and gravitate to it a lot more. Kent, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's worth watching, but if you're a Devo fan.
All
Yeah,
right.
I know. You're like, eh.
That's a qualified see it.
Yes, it's qualified to see it, absolutely.
Oh man, well there's one animated show that came out this week that I had such a good time with. It's called Long Story Short. It's from the creator of BoJack Horseman. Did you ever watch that?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
So
You didn't watch
I
BoJack
do,
Horseman?
BoJack.
it is a wonderful show.
I would be so curious to know your thoughts.
Okay, should I watch it now?
And
Yeah.
Get out. Go on.
Yeah, see ya.
Do you like being sad?
Yeah, actually, I do.
But
Is it a
do you
sad
like
show?
comedy
Dude,
in
yeah.
sad?
Okay, good.
It's the perfect blend of comedy and depression, and I think this creator has done something really special with this show too. Long story short, essentially covers the lifespan of a family in a short animated series. We've never seen stuff like that. You know, we don't see Bart aged up.
Yeah, you don't
Like,
see you
they've
don't
been-
see characters age. You see the world age around them, but not the
King
characters.
of the Hill is a newest example, but
Yeah.
it really is uncommon. And for them to shape their story around that is really cool. It's a slice of life. It's looking at this family, their dynamics, and how they all interact with each other. And you feel like you've seen these family moments in your own little circle, where it's like if you had a sibling and you were fighting in the back of the car, who gets the best toy, or who gets the DVD player, or like when you're older and you have kids, and like how do I deal with the fact that I love this thing and I'm terrified of everything at the same time. It's fascinating, and it has a great cast. And I got to speak with Abby Jacobson.
Oh, fun.
I know, and the cast and creator of this. Take a look.
The first question I have, though, is just about the animation style, because I found it to be so beautiful and kind of reminiscent of my childhood growing up and kind of watching like Cartoon Network style of animations that might be a little bit, I don't even know what the term is called for that style, but can you tell us why this was the right choice for this story?
One thing we were really conscious of on this show was we wanted, first of all, like, yeah, I would say maybe like a smoothness of animation or like a looseness to it. I remember there were times on BoJack where we'd get this really beautiful storyboard that really animatic that really moved me, and the animation would come back and had to like go through the machine a little bit and it would be more on model. And so in this show we want to be really careful of like, let's keep that looseness and make the character models loose enough so they can do all kinds of different expressions. It can be a little more expressionistic. And then along with that, like, let's never use a straight edge. Like, let's let the drawings themselves feel loose. Let's color outside the lines. Let's make it feel almost more drawn by hand. I mean, obviously they're all drawn by hand on computers, but let's make it feel touched by humans a little more. I think we wanted that warmth.
Is there a lot of green and purple? I feel like I've noticed a lot of green. I love it. I just feels like there's a lot of green.
Well,
and
it's
purple.
interesting. We have, Alison Dubois works on the show too. She's another artist, and she kind of designs most of the backgrounds or kind of oversees that department. And she does like a color map of every episode.
Oh, really?
Like, which we never done any of the shows before. And that like she'll kind of go through the scenes in the episode and do like a color journey of like, yeah, we're going to start off more blue, and then we're going to transition to the reds, and like, so if you actually watch the episode, you will see. I think mostly subconsciously, but if you're like primed to look for that, you'll see the colors kind of drift over the course of an episode and like tell a story that complements the story we're telling.
I love that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like one tiny detail to like this crazy overarching painting that you have spanning decades. And that's something that I don't really see in animation, is a decade spanning story. Abby and Ben, which era was your favorite to play?
I like the older stuff. I just connect to it more. I connect to having a kid and being delighted and saddened by equal parts by having kids, and how that forces you to look forward and backwards in your life. And I like the sort of nuanced complexities and in a way kind of melancholic vibe to that era.
I really enjoy like the teen stuff, like the younger Shira. I think because all the emotions are a little bit bigger and it feels pretty messy, even though it does as an adult as well. But I don't know. It's just like that.
Taps into something.
Yeah.
I'd say my favorite era is like the folklore era, like with
Yeah,
Taylor is like in the
folklore was
woods,
really-
like
yeah,
just
she was
on
in
her
the
guitar.
pocket there.
Yeah, I feel like I got her for the first time.
Yeah. It's a good era.
That second episode with Ben and Abby, when you guys are going back and forth out of the theater, you're talking more about stuff. My family was all doing theater and pageantry and stuff, so hearing the songs were hilarious, but also just the deep conversations and the balance between the two. Is there a formula to that? When do you realize, okay, too many jokes, now we got to get serious, now we have to flip back over?
It's not as mathematical as that, or I'd say maybe the math is invisible or kind of comes from instinct, but we are trying to maintain a balance every episode. We want every episode to make you feel something. We want every episode to be funny and hilarious. And I remember that episode specifically, we were, I was, before I even sold the show, before I had the writer staff, I was kind of developing what the different episodes could be. And I was working with my assistant, Grace Dowling. And I said, I want to do an episode that kind of starts where Shira makes this request of Avi, and then it kind of spirals out into this whole kind of argument about their whole relationship and goes everywhere. And I think it'd be really interesting. I don't know how funny it's going to be. And she had the pitch of like, what if you said it at an elementary school dance recital? So I want to give Grace full credit for that. Because it's like, yes, that juxtaposition just elevates everything.
Well, like behind one of the fight outside is like the guy selling the
the
stuff.
vendor.
Yeah.
It's like that's like a runner,
Right.
and then the seat saving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think part of that is just my own comedy room boot camp instinct of like, I can't go a couple pages without getting some jokes in
Yeah.
there.
Is that the one with the two girls? And
Yes, with
like-
Kendra,
yeah,
trying to figure out what to text. Yeah.
Once again, that is available on Netflix. Make sure that you check it out this weekend. It is absolutely a see it. With that being said, I think we have wrapped up this episode, but we've also wrapped up the summer movie season. And we have had a lot of pretty fun movies, but there can only be one winner.
Ooh.
And I think this all comes down to taste. I'm not talking box office. We don't want Lilo and Stitch to win in this situation.
No.
But there were winners in all of our minds. So I'll start with mine. Superman won.
I have to agree with Patrick.
I mean, shocker.
Well, here's the thing. I want to keep talking about Superman. Weapons, I would think, is a close second because I want to keep talking about weapons. Naked Gun also, but that's very specific to me. But Superman, I want to keep talking about it. I literally forgot Fantastic Four came out 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
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 And that's how it goes. And I do think we've been spoiled this summer. I think horror films have been amazing. Like Together, Bring Her Back, and Weapons have all been really great. But those are personal preferences.
Yeah.
That's what we want, though. We want your
For me, it's F1. This is a movie.
What?
Oh, straight up.
It went back into IMAX.
He's a dad.
But
I'm a
it went
dad.
back into IMAX. That's a
and
that means something.
for a car movie to make Superman money,
Yeah.
that's pretty substantial. And it's a movie that like everyone walks out and they go, that's pretty great.
Here's a question for you guys. Is F1 an original movie?
Or is it Top Gun Maverick with cars? Or is it any car movie?
So I say, because a friend asked me this question, if F1 was considered an original movie. And I said, it is an original movie the same way Barbie is an original movie.
Okay, fair.
It's still about a brand.
Yeah, it's a trope altogether.
Yeah.
But maybe more. It's
like War of the Worlds, where you think it's going to be.
Oh, why do we have to bring that up?
It ends up being Amazon.
Yeah.
Well,
but no, they pulled it off, even though it should have been cheesy, even though it looks like marketing for a brand. It's still a pretty
It is one of those
substantial
movies.
movie.
I was in my seat like, yeah.
Can I add an addendum to this?
Please do.
Can streaming count?
Sure.
Because there is a clear winner at this.
Clear winner.
And it is K-pop Demon.
It's K-pop Demon Hunters.
That is what won the summer.
Are you mad?
Superman is a close second, but the cultural impact that this thing is having is like
It's
crack.
in theaters now, and it's a Netflix movie.
Yes, and there's a sing-along, and I looked at the showtimes. They just booked every theater and every screening.
Icing Golden once a day.
Yep, and I'm not ashamed of it, and my feed gets bogged down with it, but I will say Superman is still my number one because, like K-pop, there was a cultural impact on it where everyone started saying kindness is the new punk rock. And if that's a cool message that you can spread for your movie, regardless if it was made for getting the big bucks and to start a universe, you did something else that, I don't know, we could use more of.
Superman altered me on a molecular level.
Really? Hey, this is a deeper conversation. We don't have time for this, Rebecca.
Oh, man. Well, we will get into that one probably at the end of the year when we do our full wrap-up of stuff.
Yeah,
But
awesome.
With that being said, thank you both for coming on. Tell the people where I can find you.
You can find me at ShowtimeShowdown.com and the Bacon Cell Podcast.
Rebecca.
You can find me every week on the Geek Show podcast and at YouGrossRebecca on Twitter and Instagram.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching. You see that QR code on the screen. Make sure you scan that. That'll take you to all of our social media pages where you can follow us, like us, and see all of the stuff. Hopefully you like us without having to go there. But once again, thank you so much for watching. Here's a sneak peek at what we're going to be talking about next week.
I can handle it. I don't suppose you're Jewish, are you?
Eat, skinny boy.
See it or skip it. See it or skip it. See it or skip it.